Hi there, it's Jen Edge here. I'm all about meditation today. Love meditation and I'd love to teach you a very simple but powerful type of meditation. So if you haven't tried meditation before, this is a great session for you. And if you have, well, maybe it's a nice little sort of top up for you and just understanding a little bit more about it, but also how it can benefit you as well. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Jen Edge and I am a life coach and also a physiotherapist, and I am very passionate, completely involved and obsessed with helping people to elevate their energy levels, boost the level of their vitality and health, and just help them get back on track if they're having any, if they feel like they're stuck in a rut or if they're off track, especially in the area of health, and just help them to take back control of that. And really what all that comes from is just tapping into their own inner power. And I feel like we have a lot of untapped inner potential, inner power, that if we just knew how to tap into it, we would be so much better off. So that's what I'm all about. But today we're going to be talking about meditation. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the why, the what, and the how. Like, how do you actually meditate? Why would you bother meditating? Like, we all have heard of meditation, but why would you do it? What are the benefits? And also just understanding a little bit more about it. And at the end, we're actually going to be doing some meditation just to finish off. And I hope that you get a lot out of this so that you can take that on and actually start to do meditation on a regular basis. So basically, I'd love it if you just, for this session, just show up and just be open to new ways of experiencing things, new ideas, new thought processes potentially, and just really just taking on this idea that meditation can help you. And look, meditation, I think some form of meditation everyone can benefit from. This particular one, I think is the most pure type of meditation that we're going to be talking about today, and it's the simplest type of meditation that you can do. But I mean, some people, it's just not going to be for everyone. So it can be challenging because it doesn't involve something where you're guided or you're listening to something. So it really just involves you just being able to sit and just be in your own body, which I think a lot of people can have trouble with. Do you have trouble with that? Maybe you have trouble just sitting still for a period of time. I think that's something that even that can be challenging in itself. So I really encourage you to give it a go. Don't write it off just yet. Give it a good go. And I generally tell people that to give something a go, a new skill or trying something different, try it out for at least 4 weeks, and then if you're really not seeing any benefit, then then drop it and try something else. But you really do need to give it a good try to know if it's right for you. Anyway, so I've been working with people for over 20 years in the health and wellness industry, and I've been really lucky to work with so many different people from many different backgrounds, and they've all really had one thing in common. But when we talk about stress, and how meditation can help, that's what I want to focus on today. Because stress, I think, it's a part of life, right? You're not going to get away from stress, and it's actually normal to have stress in your life. And most people are aware that when you're doing something and developing and growing, you need stress. Stress is normal to push you to actually grow and develop. And you can look at that on a personal level or on a physical level as well. When you go to the gym, when you're exercising, you're actually putting your body under stress, but it's only under that stress and the right amount of stress that you're actually going to see benefits and growth. And growth in strength is really important when you're going to the gym. Also, your growth, as in you'll get fitter from a cardiovascular point of view as well. But with when it comes to stress, we need to try and find that sort of happy medium, that what I call a sweet spot between too much stress and not enough stress, that we want to continue to feel like we're moving forward in life. And one of the biggest issues that I find that people, today and also over the years, I've found that a lot of people are really struggling with 3 key problems. And I call them the ABC. They're suffering with a lack of awareness. So it could be a lack of awareness of what is causing this excessive stress. What is in their body? Where are they feeling it? What is actually happening? Because a lot of the time we try and avoid how we're feeling, right? We will distract ourselves from it, or we'll try and sort of just ignore it or push past it, rather than just being able to develop an awareness of where is it coming from, where do you feel it in your body, and then just being able to go, okay, well, yeah, there's an awareness there. So that's the first one, lack of awareness. The next one is a lack of balance. And we talked about, creating a balance between enough stress and too much stress. We want to be sitting somewhere in the middle. And how do you sit in the middle? Well, it's developing a balance. And look, there's many, many different ways that you can do that. And it's not necessarily your typical work-life balance, but I feel like it is, you have to find balance at some point somehow. And there are a huge number of strategies that you can do to help you do that. Lastly is clarity. And a lot of people struggle with clarity, and this could be clarity of thought or clarity of purpose if you want to look and ask the bigger questions and look at the bigger topics there. A lot of people don't know what their purpose is in life. But you can even pare that back and just say, what is my purpose for the day? Just having a purpose each day can really help you to have that clarity and to then create potentially balance and awareness as well. But the good thing is that if you by using meditation, it can actually help you to develop these three areas, those ABCs. And that's why I call this, meditation made easy, because the ABCs is something that we learnt long ago, but now it's easy. So I want to be able to teach you this easy method that helps you to address these three areas. So basically, I want you to just really, I really thank you for being here and coming on and watching. So if you're there and you feel like saying hello and connecting, I'd love to hear from you. Or leave a comment if you're watching this a little later. Leave a comment and let me know what you think, or let me know what you do for stress relief as well. Or if you already do some form of meditation, I would love to hear from you, because whatever you're doing could also help someone else as well that may be watching this either now or later. So let's talk about stress a little bit, and what are the types of things that cause stress in the body or in your life. Now, the thing is about stress is that it doesn't matter whether it's physical stress, it's emotional stress, or mental stress. The body, or physiological stress, which is just that more of feels like an internal stress. It doesn't matter what type of stress it is. The body will just interpret it as stress. It doesn't know what sort of stress it is. It will just interpret it that way. And so what we want to realize is, what type of stress are we putting on our bodies, and are we putting too much stress on it, that we can use strategies to help us cope, or we may even want to create a different lifestyle where we're not having so much stress that it's hard to cope with. Now, when we talk about meditation and stress, it's not, I suppose, I don't want to just say it's the be all and end all in curing stress or anything like that, but it can be a really good strategy. I like to use meditation on a regular basis to help sort of, set yourself up for the day, or wind down at the end of the day, so that you can feel like you're mentally prepared, or that you're able to mentally sort of separate from the day and just be able to be more present. And really, that's one of the biggest benefits of meditation for me, is obviously stress relief, but the biggest one for me is being able to create that gap between, being able to sit in this gap where you can just be completely present. And that's a really nice place to be, obviously, is just enjoying what's actually happening right there and then. Because if we think about stress, anxiety, depression, these sorts of emotions, then we're really not being present, because stress and anxiety are generally related to something that you're worried about in the future. And a lot of the time, what I've learned is that depression is generally looking at things that have influenced you from your past, and you've brought those emotions into your present. So what I'd like you to just appreciate here is that meditation can help you to be more mindful, to help you be more in the present time, that present moment, and just enjoy that and live in that time. So that's a really nice benefit of the meditation. Now, also, many other benefits, health benefits as well. It can help to lower blood pressure. It can obviously help you to be more focused, to have clarity of thought, which we mentioned already. And also just, you can Google the benefits of meditation. It also helps you to have a more, I suppose, emotionally more stable, I suppose, if that's the right words for it, but just having that more sort of stable mood as well. So you're not having these massive swings where you're going up and down with your mood as well. And for me, probably the two biggest for me is that meditation helps me, and look, I'm not perfect at these benefits, and sometimes I do get it wrong, or sometimes I'm not able to follow this, but it helps me to respond to things and not react emotionally. So it actually helps me to just be able to sit in the gap and just go, okay, just for even just a millisecond, and be able to go, instead of reacting emotionally and irrationally, I can actually respond logically, which is quite nice, and rationally, which is just, I think that's a huge benefit. So you're not, flying off the handle all the time and letting people basically, sort of play you like a puppet, and your emotions are all over the place. Now, obviously the goal there is not to be like a robot, but it is to be able to just sit in that gap. And the other thing is that you can actually start to feel like you're tapping into your intuition, which is really lovely, because you don't have so much mind chatter going on. You actually are able to have more of that clarity of thought, and just being able to sort of, I suppose, shut down that sort of the monkey mind, as some people call it, the mind where it just goes to and fro and all the thoughts are coming in. We have thousands of thoughts every single minute. So if you think, if I can just sort of be more focused in my thoughts and be able to do that, it will help you to concentrate. It'll help you to pay more attention to things and help you to maintain focus for longer. But one of my biggest things is that you can make this a little quieter and then start to tap into what's actually going on for you and be able to listen to your intuition. Now, as I said, there are many types of meditation. And I've learned a few different types of meditation. I suppose one of my biggest experiences has been, I did a Vipassana 10-day meditation retreat, which is a silent retreat up in Blackheath in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. And that was a profound experience for me. And I think, probably one of the more extreme experiences for most people would be doing something like this, rather than just, doing a meditation half an hour or something like that. You meditated for pretty much, unless you were eating or sleeping, most of the time we were meditating. And I did this because I've been meditating for many years, but I wasn't very good at it at the start either. Like, I could not sit for any more than about a minute. And I just gave up because I thought, I can't do this. This isn't for me. It's too hard. I can't shut my mind off. And then at some point along the way, I just sort of gave into the process and embraced the process and understood, I think, more about it, learnt it in a different way, and started to actually appreciate what meditation was and how it could benefit my life. So I went on to do this meditation retreat, and it has had a profound impact on my life for a positive impact. So I think and I'm really passionate about meditation because I want you to get the benefits out of it as well, because they can be quite profound. So I really hope that you take this on board today and really start to utilize it in your everyday. So let's I'm going to get pretty much straight into it, because we don't have a huge amount of time, but I want to teach you 3 very simple steps. Now, if this meditation, you feel like it's not for you, because some people like guided meditation, but this one is I think it can be a little bit more challenging because you don't have something to follow. You literally just have to sit there and focus on your breath. So it can be a little bit more challenging for people, but I challenge you to give it a go, because I feel like the benefit of it is huge, and I think that you'll get a lot out of it. Okay, so basically what we need to do, I'm just going to go straight into these 3 key points that you need to do for this type of meditation to be effective. So step 1 is just being able to sit still. So sounds so easy, doesn't it? Well, I found a lot of people have problems just being able to sit still. So we want to be able to, so it's literally just basically retraining the mind and the body connection. Okay, because a lot of the time, if you're not aware of it, your body will actually, it's almost like your body is dictating what your behavior is or what your actions are. Your body, it's almost like you feel like your body is telling your brain what to do, which is obviously not the case, right? It's actually, your brain is like your CPU, your central processing unit. Everything is controlled from here, and it tells everything else what to do. There is a memory, in the muscles and the nervous system